Hello, Fleet Ready fam. Welcome to Fleet Ready Gaming. My name is Savad and welcome to the channel. Today we have a new Alpha 3.19.1 PTU patch with some substantial new updates to it. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right. Well, before we get into this, just wanted to make a quick announcement. For those who have may have seen our community post, we haven't been posting a lot of videos this week. Reason being is that I've been going through job interviews and recently got a new job. So this next week is going to be probably a little spotted with content coming out as I am going through training and figuring out what my new schedule is. Just wanted to make you guys aware of what's going on, but we will try to get stuff out when we can and as we can. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the patch notes. Known issues. ArcCorp Area 18, signage around Area 18 is blurry, pixelated, or missing. Players cannot see partied player ships when quantum linking together. New Deal and Vantage rental kiosks are missing. Ships can explode from collision with invisible asteroids. Player corpses will not despawn at Grim Hex. Players are unable to fully back out of primary resident selection due to the tutorial selection prompt. Art assets will clip through the terrain during the journey in Loreville. Substance items lack store option when carrying the item in Inner Thoughts. Weapon feature game code Tractor Beam. If you activate the Tractor Beam in Hangar, you can bring the activated Tractor Beam back and use it in the Armistice Zone. The Consolidated Outland Hover Quad, the currently spawns slightly stuck in the ground. For racing locations, a specific rock formation on the Yader Valley racetrack are visible to some players and not others. And at Security Post Korea, transitioning from EVA onto Korea's landing pad has a high chance of instantly killing the player. And then finally, our last two transit-related issues. Players are falling through some time disappearing trams and shuttles to their deaths, and the trams are still out of sync with the station timers, causing trams to overlap and not appear on time. Now moving on to the juicy bits. Feature updates. Gameplay. ASOP technical refactor. With 3.19.1 comes a technical refactor to ASOPs. While this is mostly a transparent update under the hood, it does have a few key directly observable advantages and fixes. Key changes for this refactor are the removal of waiting for ship spawning. Ship delivery time is now 0 by default. Optimize the update of on-screen information by not having to re-query the list after a ship state changed. Fixed multiple buttons being displayed on top of each other. Fixed bad ship states when opening the terminal while having pending queries. Removal of ATC location assignment delays. Removed static delay when calling ATC. Fixed impounding fees when that were not being applied. Fixed ATC getting stuck in a bad state upon a failed unstow request and handling of ASOP screen when unstow fails. Prevent multiple spawn-in. Prevent multiple spawns in ASOP so players cannot accidentally spawn the same ship twice, causing the previous one to become impounded. Speed up fade when accessing ASOP. Fixed unknown state after a ship was stored while looking at the terminal, giving the claim button. Fixed wrong selected ship index when moving the mouse after having pressed a button. Adjusted alpha of disabled button state on the ASOP. Changed transferring to storage to moving to storage as the string was one character too long and the first word was split on the UI. Added time remaining to the ASOP status column when a ship is being delivered, fixed multiple ship highlight selection when moving cursor fast over the vehicle list, fixed red message showing up at random times indicating an error. Now, this one is an interesting one. There's a lot going along with this whole chunk of text they threw at us. They didn't even bother, layering it out. So it seems like, one of the first things that they say, ship delivery time is now 0 by default. So I assume with that, with, I'm not sure it was 3.18.2 or 3.19, they had to change how ships that are bought from the website are placed into the game to help alleviate some of the stress that it was causing on the back end. So it looks like now, instead of having the 20-second delay that all ships had, which were allowed to be spawned at any station so long as you did not already spawn it, has now been set to 0, which is quite convenient. And then it looks like just a bunch of quality of life updates to not only the ASOP terminals, but to the ATC system in general as well. So a lot of the hiccups that were happening with ATC being delayed seems to have been addressed, to it getting stuck and not being able to assign proper landing spaces or even allowing you to leave seems to have been addressed. And then as well as issues with ships being in a claimed state, when they shouldn't be. I'm curious to see how much this really fixes it. From what it's, looking like, these are some really helpful fixes that have been plaguing players for quite some time, especially with, the last couple patches. Let's go ahead and move on. If you see any that are in the that really intrigue you, let me know in the comments section. Bug fixes. Fixed ASOP Fleet Manager UI ASOP terminals are unusable and fade to black when accessed. Fixed mission eliminate all Caterpillar crash sites. Additional FPS AI spawning after planet is streamed out and in. And finally, fixed mission content vehicles salvage contracts, leaving and returning to salvage mission resets progress. I thought they had fixed that one before. I mean, obviously bugs can come in many different ways and for many different reasons. So good to see that they are getting that, because that is an exploit to get infinite RMC. Overall, though, pretty substantial patch. It's awesome to see they're finally getting some of those ASOP issues that have been around for some time and have been really frustrating to players, myself included. And I really do hope it just makes the whole system just a lot easier and more accessible for people. Let me know what you guys think. I think that's going to wrap up the video here. Thank you again so much, guys, for coming and watching. If you like the video, smash that thumbs up button. Really helps us out. Just post the channel across YouTube, lets people know we're here. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, smash that subscribe button as well. We're currently sitting at 145 subscribers. Our ticker's, as always, is behind. But we'll get that updated here right after this. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.